all post on social media about being, you know, boss babes and these really strong, independent people, especially us women. You know, we don't ever want people to see us without all the glory of, you know, looking just right, being in the right spot, and all of those silly things that at the end of the day don't really matter. But we're all vulnerable at some point in our life, and we don't ever share that on social media. So I'm going to share something with you that is very personal and makes me feel incredibly vulnerable. But I'm hoping that one day this will help you and impact you in some way. I was hospitalized in October for nearly a week, and I was hospitalized for tachycardia and hypotension, which basically means my heart rate was really, really high and my blood pressure was very, very low. And for the amount of time I was in the hospital, nobody could figure out what was causing it. Since then, about a month ago, I was put on a medication called a beta blocker, which helps regulate my heart rate. Every now and then, my heart rate breaks through and it gets crazy high, and it terrifies me. So last night, we had a great day yesterday. John and I had a great day with his family. We had a great day working together. Came home, put the television on, laid on the couch to just sort of relax and unwind. My heart rate immediately went up to 116, and it just kind of stayed there for a little while, and then it just started to climb, and I get higher and higher and higher. And when it does that, it frightens me because I can feel my heart pounding in my head, and all I can hear in my ears is my heart rate. So I said to John, you know, I'm gonna go upstairs and just kind of turn off the lights, lay in a cool, comfortable spot and just try to go to sleep. By the time I got upstairs, my heart rate was 150, and nothing that I was doing was helping. Now I've got a pill that I can take when it does that, but that frightens me as well because I don't want to take it when I go to bed and fear that my heart rate will get too low when I'm asleep. Even though I know better, it still frightens me. So when I was laying there in the moment, I had a couple of choices. One was get caught up in it and, you know, really, really struggle and be really, really frightened. Or I could change my mindset. So I figured out what my mindset was at that time, and it was fear. It was absolute fear, which doesn't help the heart rate, right? So I had to change that to, you know what, I can overcome this. I can move on from this. And I started praying that God would put his healing hands on my heart, and he did. But not only did I start praying, I started really trying to move through what was happening and try to focus on something else and look at this as a teaching and training tool for others. Because you know what? Even though we don't post social media vulnerabilities ever, you hardly ever see that. We are all vulnerable at some point in our lives, and we're all going through something that's the same or something that's similar to this. So I felt compelled to share with you this morning that I went through this last night, and I do go through this on occasion. It's just something that I now have to live with, and it is terrifying, and it doesn't get easier each time. And then I wake up the next morning like today. I feel like I ran a marathon yesterday. I'm exhausted and still a bit frightened because I don't know what causes this, and we just can't seem to figure it out. Anyway, so, you know, I have been coached with the John Maxwell team, you know, to be a river and not be a reservoir. So when you have information, you let it flow and you share it to others to help other people and add value to others. Not be a reservoir and withhold information and try to keep it in for yourself without sharing and helping others. So that's what I'm doing today. So just remember, inside your head, you have the power to change the situation that you're in. You have the control over your own mindset to change the situation that you're going through that terrifies you. You also need to remember, but you're not the only one going through that, so share your story. Because when you reach out to somebody else, you may be helping them, or guess what? They may come back and help you in a way that you only ever dreamed or hoped for. So just be real, be live on social media and help others and help yourself. And I'm going to pray for all of you, for any vulnerabilities that you have, and just channel that mindset and work through the problems that you have. So I am going to take my daily medication to help me get through this rapid heart rate thing that I deal with on a regular basis, and it rears its ugly head like it did last night to be completely out of control. But I want you guys to know that you're not alone and that we're all here for you. And no matter how great we all appear on social media, we still have our internal struggles, and sometimes it's good to share those.